You think you have to cut out fast food when you're trying to lose weight? Wrong. You can still eat fast food and still be able to reach your goal weight. I've done it for myself and I've helped hundreds of clients be able to still incorporate fast food into their diet to be able to still lose weight. The problem with you trying to lose weight while eating fast food is because you're doing it all wrong. You're eating too much of it and you're not understanding how to structure your diet to be able to allow fast food in. Now, I'll be honest with you. I love to still have fast food. I love having a couple of days of the week where I don't have to cook, and there's certain things that I'll enjoy with fast food. I love the different tastes that I can get within fast food. Now, fast food isn't what it used to be, but I'm still a fan of eating some of it throughout the week. So if you want to be able to lose weight and still be able to enjoy fast food, make sure you stick around and follow what I'm going to teach you here in this video. I'm Lee Agbohlah with LTAPerformance. In this video, I will share 3 rules for your weight loss while eating fast food. These are key things that you need to put together if you want to do it the right way. So let's start off why fast food gets a bad rep. Because we understand they have high caloric foods throughout the menu. There's some items that you can eat in fast food that is going to shoot your calories more than you need in one meal. That doesn't mean that you're supposed to go for that, even though your eyes will do that. Now, temptations are real, so you have to be aware. If you're someone that cannot live around the temptations, go away from it, because that's going to be an issue. I challenge you, though, if you understand by applying the 3 rules I'm going to give you to this fast food while trying to lose weight and to reach your goal weight, you'll listen to this closely. So let's start with the first thing. You always have to remember this rule no matter what, if you're eating fast or anything, but you have to stay in a caloric deficit. What that means is you have to be taking in less calories than you're going to burn to order to actually get rid of the fat and lose the weight. You understand this is important. Calories are king. The thing is, look at it different from what you've probably been looking at. So usually we look at per day, right? We look at per day, but you need to look in week. I like to look at it by week. So when I'm looking for myself or for my clients, I'm looking at it from a week standpoint. The reason I say that is because you got to understand it's total weight that you're looking to lose a week, right? You're not going to lose all in one day. So why only look at a day? The reason why is because you can manage this properly. So take, for example, if your goal target for your calorie deficit is 2,000 calories, that's what you need to average per day. That means you got 14,000 calories that you can eat in a week to reach your target goal weight, right? So if you think about it, trying to probably be under your calories while eating fast food a day is probably gonna be pretty difficult. So let's make it easy. I always like to make it simple. So if you have a 3,000 target for that day, because I'll eat out twice a week. That's typically what I'll stick to. Sometimes maybe a little bit more, but if I'm gonna do a third day, I try to be more manageable of how I'm eating on that day. And I'll go into some other things to follow as well. But if you look at it that way, that's not gonna be difficult because now you can manage it. Now the thing about eating fast food, and I don't want you to get away from this, you could eat every day. There has been people who lose weight like that, but it's probably gonna be more challenging. So I'm just gonna say just a typical structure, once or twice at the most per week. If you're just doing that, you'll be able to handle it by just understanding that you just have to stay in a total calorie deficit for the week. So do that, just manage, give yourself 1 day of a surplus, and you will allow yourself to budget it for the rest of the week. It's not that hard. It's just like giving yourself 1 day of the month to budget where you're gonna be in a surplus with your spending and you still budget for the rest of the month. You can do that the same way with your eating. So just look at it. You got to stay in a total calorie deficit for the week, but you can be in a surplus when you're eating fast food on a day. Secondly, you have to understand when it comes to this is the choices. So this is kind of going to play into what we just talked about the first one. You need to stay in a deficit, but if you make the right choices within fast food, you can still do it and even eat out multiple times. This is why there has been people that have reached their goal by still eating fast food each and every day. I can remember a story I learned when I was in college of the Iowa teacher who lost over 50 pounds by eating McDonald's for every meal. But he had to understand and stay in what we talked about. The first thing you got to understand with the rule is being a calorie deficit. So with the choices, how do you understand what choice you need to make? As we talked about, there's very high caloric menu items, but there's items on there that are going to be within range of what you need to stick to for a meal. So we look at the lean items. So we're thinking about things like the chicken, right? The fish, different items that they may have that are going to be leaner versus the items that be fattening. You obviously probably shouldn't pick a double cheeseburger, but you can get away with eating a grilled chicken sandwich and being able to be on top of what you need to do. So looking at different items, or if you're at other places, they may have items where you can get something where you can heavily start having more lettuce, having more vegetables mixed into some items. Some fast foods have that if we're talking about things like taco bowls. So there's different things you can shoot for, understanding the things that are less fried, the things that are less fattening, the things that are gonna be leaner, less processed will still work within what you're choosing within your fast food. And not drinking your calories will also help as well. So just understand the choices you're making to help yourself. You can still reach that with the items. People have done it and you can do it the same way. Just understand the choices that you're gonna make within eating fast food is going to be fine if you understand how to still stick with the first rule, and that's being in a calorie deficit. And lastly, to help yourself to stick to the third rule within fast food, it's important that you understand to be mindful. So being mindful is going to play a big role. So we understand about staying in the calorie deficit, we understand about the choices that you make, but being mindful is going another step with it and being aware of what you're actually putting in your body. So often if you just order off the menu without being conscious of what choices that you need to make and how to stay in the calorie deficit, then you're going to have a problem. So you have to be really aware of what you're putting. If you're someone that doesn't like keeping track of calories, you don't need to keep track of calories, but you just need to understand what we understand with sticking to the template of what you need to do within how it works. So being mindful is servings. You'll make sure you don't go for a triple cheeseburger. You'll understand that the grilled chicken will be fine for yourself. You'll go for the grilled chicken nuggets. You'll understand these different things, not adding too much of the other condiments, not putting so much ketchup, not too much barbecue sauce. Being mindful is going to be aware of what you're doing when you're making choices. The reason why you have to do this is because I understand sometimes you may plan for yourself not to always eat fast food when you are trying to lose weight, but sometimes things happen. You may be on a road trip. You may be pretty busy going through different meetings. You have a small spot of time and you have to just go through that drive-through. Well, if you got to do this, still be mindful to understand what you were originally sticking to, right? Of high protein, high fiber. Let's choose the items that are highest protein, high fiber that they have on that menu. There are items that will still stick into your calories if you understand that. Being mindful is the success for anything that you're going to want to accomplish. So it doesn't only work with the fast food. For every choice that you make within your days and your different items that you understand, it's always about eating more, not eating less. So you have to understand how to do these things. So let's make sure that we understand that calories are going to be king, right? So you got to stay in caloric deficit. You got to understand your choices that you're going to make on the menu. And lastly, you got to be mindful and being aware of what you're doing within your goals, so that you're understanding of the deficit you need to stay in, you're understanding the choices you're making, you're understanding the different servings, understanding all this together to help yourself be able to still reach your weight loss goals. I've done it and I've helped others do it as well, and you can do it for yourself. So let me know in the comments, do you disagree with me that you should cut out fast food completely, go cold turkey, and not eat any processed foods, sugars? Let me know. Where are you at on your journey? And as always, be sure to like and subscribe.